Hi, Flosstube.
I'm Nancy.
And I'm Laura. And we are the Addicted Sisters. We had a big weekend last week.
Yes, we did. Fun.
Yes, and I know you all have made some wonderful comments on our videos of both Picture This Plus and Heart's Desire.
Yes. Those were really fun to read, really fun to do the videos. It was so fun going through with Lisa because she was so knowledgeable at PTP. So, and Debbie's shop, oh my.
Yes.
Oh my.
And if you have any questions for Picture This Plus, please feel free to post them on our video. They have said that they would be happy to answer any questions that we have. Nancy and I have seen the dyeing process a few times, so we don't necessarily think of things that you might want to know. So feel free. And Debbie at Heart's Desire, we posted her information on our last video. But if you are curious about any of the things in her shop, please give her a call.
Yeah, just reach out to her because she and her whole staff are so knowledgeable and so easy to work with. They'll be happy to help you figure out what it is that you saw in that video that you want, and we'll get you the information.
And speaking of responding, oh my gosh, you guys came out of the woodwork and you helped out our stitching friend who needed a shop close to the New Orleans area.
Yes, thank you.
It sounds like there are going to be some good things to be able to go see.
Well, and wasn't there at least two different shops?
And then one of our friends said to tell you that you could go to Texas and see a couple of things there. I don't know how long a drive that would be, but I'm not thinking it's probably in your plans.
Yeah.
But there are some great shops down in the Texas area as well. And if Nancy and I go visit our brother and sister-in-law, maybe we will stop through and
go through
Oklahoma, go through, We just may
might be gone for a month.
Yeah, there we go. On a tour. Yes. Okay, so
3-hour tour.
Shout outs. Nancy and I have done a little watching this week. I'm in the middle of a big sewing project, and so I have been plugging in and listening to Flosstube while I'm sewing. And thank you so much because it distracts me and I get a lot done. It distracts me and makes me focus all at the same time.
Yeah.
So I watched Kindred Stitcher. I loved watching her. Lisa.
Yeah. I liked, now we started at her newest.
And of course I started at the beginning and I watched forward.
Yeah, which we should have done because now Jamie's like, oh, well, I want to see what she does with this. I'm like, honey, you've already seen that.
And you know what? I love her fabric choices.
Yes.
She's very bold and obviously we like that. So I feel like I'm a kindred spirit too. So the next one that I watched is Textilist. And that's Lori, also up in the Pacific Northwest area. And it's really interesting, and oh my gosh, you would want to stay in her, I believe she calls it her studio, which I think is what I should start calling mine, because it sounds better, right?
That sounds great.
We're here in Nancy's studio.
Ooh.
But she has all sorts of fabrics back behind her, mostly sewing fabrics, because she is fairly new to the cross-stitching world.
Oh, wow.
So, but you get to see a lot of really cool things, and she makes craft bags and project bags. Cool. And she had a giveaway for one, and I mean it was really, really cool. So the other one that I watched is Kansas City Girl in a Colorado World. Oh, Julie, I loved watching you. And I understand that you were on the Kansas side, so maybe you haven't ever stopped over at CC & Company on our side. Our shop was the Old Mill Stitchery in Liberty until they closed just a few years ago. Sometime when you were doing a driving trip, you should stop through Abilene and go to Picture This Plus.
Yeah.
Or stop through Wichita and go to Heart's Desire.
That's right.
And then there's one that we're going to go visit in a few weeks, Stitching Fields, and it's in Augusta.
Augusta.
And we will ask permission and see if we can do a tour of that shop as well. It's a yarn shop, right?
Quilting.
You think it's quilting? So it's not primarily a cross stitch shop. However, she is getting more and more cross stitch.
Yes. So, because the ladies going were asking for it, and so she's building that up.
And she has really a place to sit down and stitch.
Yes,
so
which is, man.
Yeah, we always love that.
That's so important.
And then last but not least on my list is Heartstring Samplery. And I loved watching your video and just hearing you talk about your thought process. It was really fun to watch.
Ooh,
so
I'll have to watch some of those.
Yep.
I did watch Kindred Stitcher, like I said, and she mentioned Melly Ellie. So I've gone out and I've got that saved so that I can watch her, because she sounded like she was going to be really interesting to watch.
I keep hearing people talking about her, and I need to go back and watch her as well. I mean, there are people that I keep thinking, oh my gosh, I need to catch up with them.
I know, I need to keep a list, I think, and be able to check them off. Okay, you have one. She's organized.
I have a few back here, and yeah, I just haven't gotten to everything. Then we have some questions and comments. We love your questions and comments. We feel so loved.
Makes me feel like I know a little bit about this stuff.
And you guys make a lot of comments about how close we seem and how much fun it must be for me to have had my sister join me. And I don't know. Oh, yeah. We had a fun comment from Michelle Bendy Stitchy.
Oh, yeah.
That we just look fabulous for having been stitching together since 1914.
Yes.
So we all love bloopers in our videos, right? Yeah. It was great. And it gave us a good chuckle. And,
yes, it did.
And again, you should skip over to Michelle and watch her video and catch up with her and help her in her Alzheimer's research quest to get her donations up for the year. So
yes.
Here are some comments. Debbie's Creations wanted to know, what do you mean by over one and over two? Still trying to learn the language. So sometimes we'll say that we stitch over one. That means just over one thread. We're stitching on linen and even weave. She's on even weave. And
some linen.
Yeah, and some linen. But I'm not on even weave was the point there. We all know my problem, right? But sometimes we're stitching on 28 count and 32 count and 36 count. And those counts mean how many threads per inch. And sometimes in patterns, even though they're charted to go over two, they'll have sections that you stitch only over one thread. And so it comes out like half the size, and it's really petite and pretty. Also, we talk about stitching 1 over 1. Well, that's one strand of floss over one fabric thread, or we'll say 2 over 2.
Yeah, yeah.
And by that we mean 2 fabric threads over 2, or 2 strands of floss over 2 fabric threads. Now, when I hit some 32s, but definitely 36 count and 40 count, I stitch 1 strand of floss over 2 fabric threads, because to me it just gets too bunched up looking. So Deanna,
I never get on fabric that small, so I'm always 2 over 2.
Deanna Avery came to my rescue because several of you said, was it the Yahoo groups? Was it the AOL groups?
Yeah.
No. Deanna said, was it RCTN, Laura? And yes, it was.
Yay, Deanna!
That's the old kind of, I don't know, it just made me think of DOS, but you went out and you had to type in recreation.crafts.textiles.needlework. And then you got to these very ancient message boards.
Wow.
And it was an adventure just to get there. And there was so much knowledge on those boards. But every once in a while, it could be, I mean, you could really step in it. And You know, if you said you licked your floss, then they said that you had mouse pee all over your projects.
Oh.
So it, you know, there were just
why be that
interesting
way?
things.
Why be that way?
But there were people who had some lovely knowledge, and I did make some very good friends there.
That's like I've noticed that we've had some thumbs down. I know you said maybe you thought it was your kids, which I hope it is. But if it's not, and you're putting a thumbs down on our thing, please let us know why.
Yeah, because we can't fix it if we don't know.
Right.
Don't be a hater, just to hate. Okay.
And that's my sister.
I call it like I see it. Ashley Moore said she loves her videos and she's a first-time cross-stitcher. Yay! We love that. More people joining cross-stitch. So, Ashley, keep watching the Flosstube videos. You are going to see so many people at so many different levels. And
yeah. From beginner clear on up to, oh my, portrait makers almost.
And like Vanna Pfeiffer, what is her channel called?
Twisted Stitcher.
Yes. Vanna has a ton of tutorials on her site. She has a lot of finishing tutorials. She also has some stitching tutorials. And you probably can even search for those if you need to find some help on different things.
You can, because I was looking for her tutorials today to see about finishes. So you can, and it'll come up, and then they'll all be bunched right together.
And hers are called Finishing School.
Yes.
And I was trying to think, somebody else...
Cute name.
Teresa, Shakespeare's Peddler, who is Kitten Stitcher on Flosstube, has done a couple of tutorials. And I loved it. I watched one that she did for one of her new patterns. She found the cutest little thing at Hobby Lobby we may have to go look for, and tells you how to make it. And oh my gosh, it was so easy. You just, just can't believe it. Okay, Crystal Gimberling wrote.
She talked about my banner piece, said that she just loved it, and it was awesome stitching and finishing. Thank you. That's one of my favorites. It hangs on my wall, and you know, it's a fall winter piece, but it stays up a long time.
And you know what? When I got here last week, I walked out there and I said, I want you to show this one this week. So I think we all love it.
Yeah.
And I like Nancy's funny story about she just had to keep going and buying that floss because it was never ending. But
there was so much in that grass and the barn.
Now that's a Silver Creek sampler. Okay, their patterns often fool me. Okay, first of all, their patterns are this size.
Yes.
So you always think that they're going to come out this size, and they don't.
Thank goodness I didn't buy my material by that.
Oh,
you know?
yeah.
But and then there's just so much. She packs so much in those that you think you're down to the end, and you're like, oh, there's something else I have to add.
I have a couple of those in the lineup for this year, so we'll see.
Yeah.
Then Cross My Stitches said, ladies, I have to say that I really enjoy watching your videos. Nancy, I just love your Prairie Schooler autumn conversion. I adore Prairie Schooler designs, and your rendition just makes the piece pop. Looking forward to the next video. Thanks, Jackie.
That was really nice. Thank you, Jackie. I appreciate that. That was a fun piece, and because that fabric was a little bit different, I got to do that, tweak it up some. Because really, yours looked gorgeous on your fabric too. So.
And I wanted mine to look a little more on the primitive side, and that's why I stuck with that. And I like that sometimes.
Yeah. And I wanted my leaves to shine.
Yes.
You know, and that's what they did on there.
And I think because I was stitching all three together on the same piece of fabric, I just kind of...
Subtle.
I was trying to just leave them. So
that was pretty cool.
So the next thing we're going to do is talk about the charts that we showed at the end, because I have all these little pieces of paper laid out because we are old school, and y'all are going to get to see the fun. So the first chart that we have is Poinsettia in a Pot from Trail Creek Farm.
This one, I can't see if I've got it up
there. You got it. It's good.
Okay.
Okay, and we had 7 of you. Oh, and I'm going to show you something. Oh, let me drop it.
Don't lose them.
I'm dropping something every week. Here it is. Way down there. And all I want to do is show you that this is how we determined which was which. I put a little P on there for poinsettia. And the other ones have something on there too. Okay, now I'm going to fold it back up tight. Make sure nobody's sticking together. Okay. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, I should have held it up higher so you could see it, right?
Looking,
yeah.
But...
No, I mean so they could see the basket.
Okay.
Okay, you ready? So the poinsettia goes to
Louise Setzer.
Louise, you can private message us, and we will get this out to you as soon as possible.
Yay! Congratulations.
Woo-hoo. Okay, so that's that one. The next one is Gift of My Life, also by Trail Creek Farm.
So that is this one. Do you remember what it was?
We have 19 responses on this one, and we actually have 2 charts.
I'll let you draw this time.
So 2 of you get to win this one. Oh, there we go.
Well, you could have kept 2.
Yeah. And see, it's the one with the G on it for gifts. And this one goes to Martha Johnson.
Yay!
With you. Okay, so there's that one. We'll put that right in there. Now let me hold it for you.
This is so fun.
We love to do this.
Do I have? I think I have one.
Okay.
Oh, my fingers aren't working. Gloria Hensley.
Yay, Gloria.
You got that too.
Woohoo. Okay, and then our last chart. Oh, and I think I was a little confusing on this one because I don't know that I said it right. Maybe I didn't say that you want to stitch the favorite things because people said if you're giving that away. So yes, we are giving away favorite things from a needle and thread, and we had 18 of you who wanted this one.
So that's this one.
There's only one of these for now. After Nancy and I both stitch.
It doesn't open. It opens, it's ripped
from the bottom, yeah. After Nancy and I both stitched this, that's inside.
Okay.
Then, you want to hold it for me?
Sure.
Then we will probably have another one. Okay. See, and these all say FT. And this one, ooh, is going to Teresa Sanger. So again, congratulations. Ladies, if you are, we had one gentleman who entered. And I really wanted Gary to win, just because I like that we're being watched by somebody else,
me too.
So, but ladies, just please contact us privately, and we'll get your address and get these things mailed out to you.
Congratulations, everybody.
Yes, and thank you for rehoming these charts for me because I like them all to go to good homes.
Yes, yes.
Okay, where are we going
to like to share our stitchy love.
Spread stitchy kindness, yeah? Okay, so next, we're going to talk about our finishes. Can I show my new one? Because they've already seen it.
Yes.
I showed you this last week. It's my spring sampler from Sisters and Best Friends. And first I'm going to say really quickly that when I get to the end with these, I am going to be giving these away as well. So after the fall.
There's my cat.
Yeah. After the fall, you'll get to see it. I was talking about what to put down at the bottom, and I came across this sunflower charm. Don't you like that on there? I just think it's cute. So that is my finish for the week.
That turned out really, really cute.
I love him. And again, that is on 25 count fabric. That was a solo from, he is really, really thudding. That was a 25 count
open the door.
Solo from, help me out. Solo from Silk Weaver. Thank you. And I used the called for threads in it. Other than the ones that I didn't have, he is really, really determined. I only substituted a couple. They were sampler threads, and I substituted a couple of weeks dye works. Okay. I don't think I could reach it either, Nancy.
I think you can.
I can vamp for a minute if you need to go.
All right, I'm going to let my cat in.
Okay.
Before he knocks my door down.
Because he is going to go really crazy. So we'll get to find out. Is it the ginger kitty or is it the big kitty? And now he stopped because she went to the door. Oh, it's a Sunny. He's a Sunny baby. Now he's going to want out, I'm sure.
Well, I left the door just pushed too. So he knows how to open doors.
He's already been in here and hanging out.
Here comes the other one now.
They both have to be in. They can't stand it. Now, let's hope they don't have some sort of a cat fight and knock things over. Okay, previous or new finishes.
I have two. Okay, I didn't grab this pattern, so I don't have it, but it is, I don't even remember who this is by. But I finished it.
But she finished it. Yay.
Isn't it cute? I really loved it. The pink on it, on the outside here, and the blue really set it off for me. And then the two little buttons. So cute.
Noisy.
Yes, you are.
I was trying to find it. I know that it's here.
This is my time.
Yes, I know that it's here, and that was my problem.
Okay, that's
I don't see it. Okay,
I'm done. And then y'all remember this one that I've been working on, Anne's Sampler by Threadwork Primitives. Well, I really did finish it this week, for real. So, there it is.
Isn't it beautiful?
I really liked how it turned out. And I can't believe I left that red border off because that just set it off.
You need to tell them, I know you talked about the bands at Stitching Group, but you need to tell them about the bands on here too. I'm not sure if you did.
I don't remember if I have or not, but what she's talking about, you want to hold that side.
You bet.
They're not even. She planned it all the way down here so that they were wonky on both sides. Some go in, some come out. And it just, I'm not a real to the point stitcher, but this really drove me crazy because I kept thinking I had too much. I mean, because look at that A. It's got 2 extra. But then there's none over here underneath the stars, so...
And the border row, this one goes out further than the others.
Yeah.
And
it's crazy. So, but anyway, I do love it. And I'll probably frame this one.
It's really pretty.
I really like that. The other one I will do, it's a surprise.
Ooh.
And I will do it in a special way for a special lady.
It'll be fun. Okay, so those were our current finishes.
Yes.
And I have a couple of pieces close, but I've been in the middle of that sewing project and no.
Haven't got there yet, huh? Okay.
Then we want to talk about some previous finishes.
Look, they left the door wide open.
Well, of course they did. You want to do yours?
Boys.
Nancy's on a theme here.
Yes, I have this little, who is this?
Hindsight.
Hindsight, that's right. And you can't guess what this is. Halloween. So here's my finish, and I just stuffed it up. It's got all the little charms on it. And then I backed it in this fabric, which I thought was kind of cute. So that's that finish. And then, ooh, I'm going to have an avalanche. I have this little guy who is, I know, it's not JBW, but it's one of those little parents. Really hate it when I can't think of this, but it's Halloween. But look at the cats on there. I thought they were so cute.
What did you have to do with these? Because something was off and you had to fix it.
Gosh, it's been a long time.
Like something on the pattern was off and you had to fix it.
I think it was one of the little cats. They they didn't have it. They didn't have it finished on the pattern, and I had to go back in and finish it if I remember right. But
I remember it was something really kind of wonky and
yeah. And this is an overdyed floss here because I worked with it to make sure that I got the browns in a certain place.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, that's something you can do with your floss, you know, if you know where it's going to transition.
She used the same backing fabric on this one, too.
Yeah. So I have a set, a matching set.
Do you have another one?
No, that's all I brought out.
I brought some old ones that are fully finished, framed, and then I have a few other ones that came up in our shop tours. So I have this set of 4 of the heart patterns from Shepherd's Bush. I love Shepherd's Bush patterns because they teach you some new stitches. They, I mean, they're just fun, and I love how they come out. Now, I'm going to tell you in advance that these all have glass on them. So we're going to do our best to not get any glare, but there's always that chance. So the first one is Gypsy Hearts. Now this one I love because it's purple. And we did it very simple, very clean with the matting and framing. And I'm just trying to get close so you can see that pretty frame. And that's the first one. Then, oh, I should just put them right back down.
Okay.
Then I'll get. Then the next one I have, oh, I love this one. This is Cherry Heart.
That's cute.
And Cherry Heart is such a fun stitch because you get to the end and you have to deal with the ribbon. And all that you do with that ribbon is twist it however you want and tack it down. That's all there is to it. Look at the cool stitches, like the corners of everything have really great stitches, just some different things. And I just love the patterns they're just fun. So the next one that I did is Heart Blooms. And I always get confused. I always think this is Charmed Hearts, and it's not. This is Heart Blooms. And I like it. It's just pretty. I love that border. And then the last one in this set is, I keep trying to not smush things down there, is Twined Heart. And yeah, I like that one too. I like them all. I have a few more heart patterns in my stash, and they're kits. I shouldn't call them patterns. They're kits, and they're really fun to stitch. They didn't take me all that long, so just something that I had fun with. Then while something always has to fall. I brought this one because at Heart's Desire, we showed it on the fabric that is just like the pattern.
Yeah, it was on the wall.
So this one is called Miss Mary Mac. Now, I used Pickled from Picture This Plus.
She always looks like she's screaming to me. Her hair is just wild.
I just love her. I just think she's funny. But my husband chose this piece. This is one of his very favorites. So I really need to get this fully finished so that he can see that.
Yeah.
So
cute.
Then Nancy pointed this one out and said, oh, I just love this one. And she would like to stitch this one. And it's this. I think it's called No Greater Love. It's from the Cricket collection. And it is on Highland Mist 30 count linen, which is what it calls for. I don't know if you can tell. Can you hold up like maybe your pattern behind it? The back of it, will that work? I don't know if you can tell. It is really pretty blue fabric. It's from R&R Reproductions. However, when you get the chart, it does not look like that it's blue like this. I don't know if I got mine. I think I bought mine. This was designed in honor of September 11th and the people who lost their lives. I think I got mine pretty close to the time that it came out. It's also done with Gloriana silks. So it feels fabulous. And then while we were at Picture This Plus, I showed you guys the butterfly piece. And I think it's just called Butterflies in the thing. It's a ginger and spice pattern. And I told you mine was on this really pretty fabric. I don't know if you can see that, but it's got some blues and browns. It's called like Desert Sky. And at CC and Company, it was something that they were clearing out. I don't know if it was being discontinued or if they were just going to stop carrying it in the shop, but I got it on a heck of a clearance deal, and that's why I have it like that. So then we wanted to show you.
Oh, it went under the.
Yeah. What?
Oh,
there. Okay. Mm-hmm. So you have to vamp while I get this.
Oh, sorry. And what do you want me to do? You want me to sing? You want me
tap dance, stand on your head. We are to the Let's Compare a Piece part of our program. So this week we pulled
an oldie but a goodie.
Yeah. This is Birds of a Feather. And what did it say? A mystery sampler designed by Brenda Gervais of With Thy Needle and Thread. And when you got to part 3, this is what it looks like.
Yeah, it finally told you what you were stitching.
And Nancy's is fully finished.
Yes. Yes, because there for a while, I was on a real roll. Mm-hmm. I'd stitch, I'd finish. I'd stitch, I'd finish.
And I was really jealous.
So, no.
But I was stitching.
Yeah. Mine is a pillow, and it's gotten kind of laid on a couple times, so it's wrinkly, but this is what I did.
Now, Nancy and I both changed out our bird color.
Yes, we did, because she talked about the bird, and
we looked them up.
I just couldn't take it, because it was not the color that she charted. Mm-hmm. And I told Laura, I said, I got to make it the right color. I have to.
You should show them the back so they get to see how cute it is.
So I did it like this. On green. I don't know why, but the green, because I'm not a green girl, you know that. But the green I really loved it. And those big buttons. I found those in my mama's tin. So those were some she had. So that was my finish. And it is on the called for fabric.
Yes, which is, I want to say it's 10 roof.
No. Confederate.
Oh, Confederate gray?
Yeah.
Okay.
Confederate gray.
Nancy and I don't either one of us buy very many buttons because we have been gifted or inherited some lovely, lovely buttons.
Yes, yes.
Now, I am really bad because I can't tell you what mine is on. Actually, it might be on Highland from Picture This Plus.
It kind of looks like that.
So what I did is the night of, they had given us the list. No, all we knew is that it was going to be a spring design.
Yes.
And they had said that it was going to be on Confederate gray. Right. And my little brain said, well, I don't feel like Confederate gray is very springy. So Nancy was still pretty new to stitching. And the choices were 32 count and 36 count.
Yes.
Which are both smaller than what Nancy really wanted to stitch on.
And I struggled with this. And there's a section here with the alphabet. Well, let's see.
I think your hard part was the line, right?
Borderline, yeah. Because I don't know if you can tell, but at parts, it goes right into the fabric, and I could not see it. Mm-hmm. So it was hard. But
we got there the first night, and I had several fabrics that I felt like were good for spring. Mm-hmm. And I pulled them out, and people were horrified. What are you doing? They're giving us linen. I said, yes, and it's lovely linen, and I will use it later on for something else. but I wanted my piece to look like spring.
And because I was new, I was sitting there going, oh my gosh.
Yeah, I mean.
What's going on?
It was a little tense.
Overwhelming.
But look, this is mine.
Very pretty.
I have not fully finished mine, and mine's not like bright springy, but it's definitely a different color. You should put yours up by it. And my birds are a little different color than Nancy's. Mm-hmm. So I just changed the look a little. And like I said, I think this is Picture This Plus Highland.
Just slightly.
Yeah. I think they're both 32 count.
I think so. Ooh, let that go.
So, anyway, while we have this one out, guess what? I have all 3 charts right here. So, if you're at least 18, that's something we didn't think about last week. If you're at least 18
and are one of our subscribers,
yes, then you can write down below in the comments, I would like to stitch the birds of a feather. I would like to stitch the birds. And we will draw for this next week and give this one away as well. It's a lovely set of charts. And like I said, I have all 3. Mm-hmm. I've kept them together. They're all stuffed in one bag so that I would have them together.
Yeah, please don't say it's a giveaway. Please don't say it's freebie.
We will delete you if you do that.
Yeah.
But anyway, that is our comparison this week. So next we get to move on to stash. And of course, Nancy and I might have visited a couple of cross-stitch shops.
Did we?
I left some of my stash at home, so I'll have to show you next week.
Snooze, you lose, right?
Which kills me because I kind of am in that school that you shouldn't start something until you show it.
Oh, this is new.
Although I cheated this week.
So it lasted that long.
but I really do try, and at least I'm showing it to you this week. So.
Okay, so I don't have a whole lot.
What did you get at Picture This Plus? Do you want to do that together and then do?
I don't know.
Okay.
I mean, I got some of these.
Oh, some threads. You didn't buy fabric.
No, I did not buy
this
fabric.
time.
So I bought that fabric.
Okay.
But mainly what I got was flosses at Picture This Plus, and I was buying for Wilhelmina. And the only one I had, if you remember, was
Honey Bunny or Bunny Honey or
no. Well, I have that one, yes, but the one I had purchased previously was Blushing Beauty.
So pretty.
It is pretty. Look at all that color. So between, I don't know which I got where.
Oh, because there were a couple you couldn't find at Picture This Plus and just got.
So I had Bunny Honey, and I decided on Bunny Honey is for Wilhelmina herself. So I decided on this color of the Bunny Honey because I did have it in 3 shades from white to dark brown. And then I got Tennessee Clay. I guess I could show you on this side. You can Tennessee Clay. Persimmon, isn't that gorgeous?
Yes.
That's luscious. Cinnamon Toast, one of my favorites for breakfast. Weeping Willow.
That's a beautiful green.
Love that green. And then the last one I got was Hickory Sticks. And it's the only one that wasn't twisted. So those are what I got then from there.
Do you want me to slide those back in?
Well, what did you get from PTP?
Okay, so I bought, I'm not supposed to tell you that I got this one.
Oh, no, you're not.
I got this. Okay, I'm not going to tell you what it is, but see, I got this.
Did you see?
You might have to stop the video and look, so I can't show you that one. I'm really sorry, because that's terrible, and I hate when people do that.
Yeah.
But I can't.
She asked us not to.
Yeah. So then I got Prank, which is a really cool orange, and I got a 28 count Cashel, and I got it for, there's a real fun pattern I can't think what it's called, but it'll come up. It's one of my Mania starts, so it'll come up in May. Okay. Maybe I'll pull those out here in another week or two and show you what I've got going for Mania.
Don't lose your little guy.
Then the other thing that I got there, oh my gosh, she had out the they were dyeing some of the new fabrics, the new colors. And if you remember,
gorgeous.
Yes. The week before, the only one I could get was feldspar. So I could have gotten any of them this week. And because I was getting a couple of other things, I limited myself.
And see what a week makes, difference a week makes. I mean, you know, they're all available. And last time we couldn't find hardly any.
Yep. So I got Hermosa this time. Isn't that wonderful?
Beautiful blue.
The modeling is so pretty on it. And I got one more fabric, and I'll show you that in a little while.
Yeah.
That's the one I cheated on.
You can't show that one.
At the end. Yeah. No, because we're not supposed to have it either. No, we can show that one because she gave us that one.
Okay.
Okay. So then next, we went to...
all of that's from there?
Yeah.
Okay.
We went... Yeah. I had enough, and then my sister goes back and talks to them and says, my sister really wanted this one.
Well, I did. It was new. It was from Market.
So we were at Heart's Desire, and Debbie has such a good mix of old and new.
She really does.
And then she tempts you. Nancy's going to show you. We both got this one.
Yeah.
It's a little freebie.
Oh, yeah, because it's a freebie. I can show them the whole thing.
Yes.
Yeah, so this is what it is. And if you watch the video, they made
it says may not be transmitted on the internet.
Oh, no.
So please don't copy that from us. We don't want anybody mad at us.
Okay, so it's called
there you go.
Flower Frolic. And if you watch the video, it's one that I kind of zoned in on. It was the little box that they did. It had the bunny.
So cute. Really, and it's really from
cute.
Summer House Stitchworks.
Yes.
I love her things. She does some really pretty patterns. And she really is good at the smalls, too.
Yeah. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different flosses that it uses. So it's going to be a fun stitch.
What else did you get, Nancy?
Well, you know, I can't really pass up a good chicken. And
we're going to tell you a chicken story one day.
Yeah, that'll be fun. You'll like it. So
there will be swearing involved, so no children in the room.
I spotted this one. It's by the Cricket Collection.
We like Cricket.
Yes. Very much. And this one is called Free Range.
I love that. I didn't know that.
So I got the chickens. And look at this adorable carrot. So you know who likes carrots over there.
Yeah. And the carrot is called Bee's Garden.
Isn't that funny?
That is so cute.
So
it's a great bee too.
It really is very pretty.
Yeah. So
I might have to do that one myself because I like bees. But I love those chickens, and I'm going to try to do it. I think finish it like they have it.
And we showed you this one in the shop, and I asked Nancy if she liked the color that they used on the word eggs, because it really faded into the background.
Yeah.
And it was very pretty. It was really pretty. Subtle, and I mean, it almost made you go, why does it say fresh?
Yeah.
Oh, there's a word there.
But you know what I think I'm going to try to do is find a really pale check.
Oh,
and do it in a check. Like a yellow. Or
the blue would be pretty.
Blue, well, yeah, because of the fresh.
The green would be.
But I want it to be very, very pale. So that's my plan. Don't know when it'll happen, but that's my plan.
Okay, so speaking of check, I had a little laugh with them. I have previously purchased, I had this piece that they had on the wall as a model, and I don't think it's on the wall anymore. I don't know. Did we talk about this one?
I don't remember that one.
So this one is called Spring Flower Sampler. And every time I've been there, they have been out of either the chart or that purple fabric. So I of course wanted to buy them together so that I knew what went with what. And the last time that we had been there, I just gave up and I bought the material because the chart was out. Guess what? This time I got the last chart and they didn't have any of the fabric in. So I'm glad that I finally just got it. And we really did have a good laugh about it. And
great thought. I mean, I'm so glad you did that because you would never have gotten it if you hadn't.
And what Debbie said is that they just can't keep them in stock.
Yeah.
And, as soon as they get them, people want it.
It's such a cute pattern.
It's really, really cute. I don't know if I said this. It's by Sam Sarah Design Studio.
Yeah.
So then Nancy got this one the week before. It's Welcome Spring by Little House Needlework.
I thought yours were different colors there at first.
Probably because of how they're twisted together.
Yeah.
And you got the free design if you bought the flosses, and I bought this. I said during the video, if she is selling this, I am buying it. And yes, I did. So we'll have to stitch this and compare.
But look, yours is in color and mine's in black and white.
Oh. So I get to tell where all the colors go.
Yeah,
right?
I have to guess.
So I got that one.
I guess we have to have.
And then another cool freebie. I think I pointed this one out. This one, I was trying to get these shaken down far enough. Maybe I'll just take it out of here and then I can turn it around. This is another freebie pattern. And you know what? I'm going to show you what I have because you can't see the whole chart. This one is the Stitch Every Day series from Just Another Button Company, and it's called Love Sweet Love, and it looked like this. And do you see that? That's their drawing of how it looked, and it's really cute. And what I had to buy to get this,
wow, that's a bunch.
were all of the buttons.
That's a bunch of buttons.
And I just think those buttons are so much fun. So I was kind of excited to get that. And, I was kind of in I'm on vacation, I should splurge mood. So
it was amazing.
I ordered a Lizzie Kate chart. I ordered, I can't think what it is, but you'll find out when it comes in. I also got a couple of other Lizzie Kate charts. Yeah, please. And the first one that I got is Promise Me. This is the quote from Winnie the Pooh. And it's just sweet. And I really like it. And, I need to get it. Here. So there's that one. And then the other one, I saw this one and I told you all it was coming home with me. It's called Coffee Time. And I am definitely a coffee drinker. So that is that one. You want to stick that one in for me? And then here's the one that my sister got me on.
She acts like she's mad about this. But really?
I got Deck the Halls by Blackbird Designs. And it has 6 strawberry patterns in it. They are really beautiful. So they show you, this is one we were talking about, that they took a color copy after they finished stitching, and then they did them up really cute. And you can see that on Kitten Stitcher's Nashville.
Yeah.
Nashville. Oh, yeah.
That.
Look at this.
Oh.
This is a swan. I got to figure out where I am. This is a swan. And look at the color copy. Gorgeous.
Beautiful.
That one may be stitched. I don't know. It's really hard to tell. This one is definitely a color copy. And they all are just great strawberries. I love them. And
well, the ideas behind them too that they show are
so they put this one
so
on
clever.
A cool box. Look at that. I mean, it's just gorgeous. And look at the top of that. I love it. And all the pearl pins.
She said on her, Alma said that she filled all of them with her favorite pins.
Oh. Then this one, The First Day of Christmas. I did not even realize it was a Christmas one. I don't really think of these as Christmassy, but, you know, this is the partridge.
Oh, I'm like a bluebird. What?
In a pear tree.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, love that. And then dancing sugar plums.
That's sweet.
This to me is more springy than Christmas. But, oh, so pretty.
If I could do that over one, that would fit on that box you gave me.
There you go. And that is it. Those are those 6 designs. And the other haul we both got. We went and enjoyed a stitching day on Saturday after we left Heart's Desire. And our friend Janice is making some needle minders. And she laid them down and Nancy grabbed hers.
I did. I was very bad. Very bad kid.
Bad.
So this is what I got. Can you see that little kitty?
I will say that I already got a kitty from her last time. So, and then I thought the other one was a dog, and Nancy and I are not, we have kitties. It's not that we don't like,
no, I like
dogs.
I do like dogs.
But, you know, we have kitties. So, of course, I wanted a kitty instead of a dog. But look at this. Mine is actually this adorable little hippo. Isn't he so cute?
So didn't you have a story about that too that you were...
Yes, and you know, when I really realized that it was my sister. When I really realized that it was a hippo, I said, "Oh my gosh, Janice, I've been wanting to stitch tribal hippo because I saw Stephanie of Pam and Stephanie stitch tribal hippo, and she did it because of Fiona, the hippo, who was born in captivity at their zoo. So she had been out to see Fiona, and you know, that was just kind of a cool thing. And I thought, I love that. So
that's a
that's gonna be a good one.
That's a good thing.
Yeah. So then next, let's talk about our current projects and stitching plans.
Okay. Well, you want me to go first, or you want me to go last?
You can go first.
Okay.
I respect my elders.
You say that now.
Oh, I'm surprised I didn't get, you know.
Yeah. You say that now. I started on a brand new project this week.
Woohoo!
And even Laura doesn't know what I started on.
Oh, I know what she should have started on. It's pink. Oh, yay! She was good.
It's
Quaker Garden.
I don't
just have your working copy with you?
I don't have the actual.
So she doesn't have the picture to show you.
Oh. You had it last week. I was hoping you had brought it. But I just get like 30 to 45 minutes at lunch to work. So this is what I got done this week.
Oh, see, now you're farther than I am. And you were yelling at me about it. And so I slowed down.
Well, I had to get ahead because you'll beat me again. See.
You are terrible. Hang on just a second. And I'll bring it up. Because I'm going to bring it up to show them for you.
So, okay.
Because it really is pretty. And it's the one that I showed you all of the colors that I was going to do that were just like what they had. And then I changed my mind.
Then changed everything off, yeah.
And mine is like purple.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is what it looks like. Really pretty.
So the colors I'm using are from Victorian Model Sampler Shop. I decided I had those sitting there and I thought, you know what? They are so gorgeous. I have to do them.
Oh, you started at the opposite end from
me.
Yes,
I did.
That is so fun. So we're going to be able to hold these up and make one whole piece.
So the first color I have is the blue, and that's called Favorite Dolly.
Oh, these are from your sisters.
Uh-huh. And then I have Lamb's Ear. That's the green, the gray green.
The lighter one. Yes, that's really pretty.
And then I have... Oh, I dropped one. Okay. Edwardian Fern, which is my dark one.
So you changed the brown to
green.
Green also.
And I decided that I would use 2 different colors because I think it only called for 1. And then for my white, this is really kind of gray-green.
It looks pretty in there.
I like it, and that's the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Catnip. Had to have cat in there somewhere. Catnip.
With the birds.
Yeah. And then the pink is Wigelia Blossom. Isn't that gorgeous?
And that, yeah, that's a little more peachy.
Yes.
And it looks really pretty on your fabric.
But it lightens up so much that it kind of blends in, and to me it gives it that antique-ish color. So once
Show it again. Yeah, that's really pretty.
Here's my piece.
Move over your way. And
okay.
Up.
Up.
Up. There you go.
Don't make me laugh. They won't be able to see it.
So you're going to continue on that one?
Yes.
Okay, well, I had a new start also because my sister was yelling at me about Quaker Garden.
Well, it's because she started on Quaker Garden 2-3 weeks ago.
But I
haven't
haven't
even
touched
have my
it.
stuff done yet.
I have not touched it since.
Oh, and Sue Wild, aren't you stitching this with us?
Yeah, Sue, we haven't seen your stuff yet. And I did stitch a little bit more on mine. I got part of the other end done, but I stopped. I haven't put the bird and the other stuff in.
In the triangle.
But I got all of that done.
Well, and I tell you, that border, I don't know if the one on your side was, but once I started stitching it, it was easy. 5 across, drop down 1, do 5 for the leaf, go across 5, do up 5 for the leaf. So, you get in a rhythm. Easy. Easy peasy.
So the one that I started is from Hands to Work, and it's called Spring Violets.
Didn't you just kit this up or something?
I had this all kitted up with lovely colors that Cece and Company had chosen. And you know what? I don't think I pulled out, because I should tell you what threads I'm using. Because we do that now, right?
Yeah, we try to. Yes. We try to very much.
Let me make sure this is the one. What are those threads?
Uh-oh.
Oh, they're for something I finished. And I just popped them off the ring because we were there. So I have 28 count Da Vinci from Picture This Plus. This is the one that I said I cheated.
You started it there.
I did. I wanted to start it at Picture This Plus, let me tell you, because whoo, doggies. But when we finished filming the dyeing tour, we were talking with Lisa, and we asked her, what are your favorite colors? And one of the ones that she mentioned is Da Vinci. And so I pulled it out and I thought, well, it's purple. Why haven't I chosen this one yet? So look at this piece. It's purple with some browns and golds and oh my gosh.
Gorgeous piece.
And then we really played and chose some pretty flosses for it. So I can show you that I am using oak as one of them. And I am using, and that's Weeks Dye Works. This is Weeks Dye Works, and it is kudzu, which we don't have up here.
If we're getting the light in the right place sometimes.
And then the next one is Havana. Again, Weeks Dye Works.
Is that a brown?
It is. It's a real pretty brown. It's
just
the
Havana,
dirt.
Havana, the cigars and all that.
And then the next one is Avocado, which this is like the lightest green, and it almost goes yellow on here. I'll show you where it is on here in a minute. And then I have Ultraviolet. Now this is what I'm using for all of the lettering. And then this one is Schneckly. which looks great with those brown spots. See that right there by it? Now, yep, still Weeks Dye Works. Nope, I have at least one more.
Okay.
Then Classic Colorworks has Pansy Purple. Now, these are violets, but I am using Pansy Purple.
You know, it's the same family.
So, the avocado is all of this green down here, the light green. And I wanted to show you what I'm doing because this section is kind of a booger just because it goes up and down, and you know, there's 2, then there's 4, then there's 3, then there's... Oh, so what I did is I have run a stitch, you can see on this top row because I haven't filled it in all the way yet. I ran the top line so that I would have that, and then I'm going back and filling in. See, I haven't gotten all the way over here because I got to the stems and I stopped and did them. See, I'm doing a line all the way across. And then I go back and fill in, which will give me a lot of variation. Now, the thing that I'm not sure of is that my avocado for the stem is looking a little, I don't know. It's just looking a little funky in there. And I just am noticing, I wonder if I used oak here instead of avocado. Because it sure looks cream and tan instead of green.
It does.
So I think I'm going to have to go back and
check
that frog is going to have to come play.
Darn it, we thought we left him at the store.
Whew. But that is my current project. Now, I'm going to tell you that my stitching plans this week are going to include me some Quaker Garden because I have got to do that. But then you also know that I'm really close on my Halloween Eve, the big blackbird designs with the patchwork pumpkin and the big cat and, you know, just, I'm so close on it that I feel like I need to get back to it too. So, and this one, okay, so the bunny that I showed you at the beginning with the heart, or with the, sunflower charm, and this one, the spring violets, those are my Stitch Mania starts of the month. Every month on the 18th, we start a new project. Well, I know that some of my projects are small. I chose everything smaller on purpose, but my goal with them is to finish everything before the next month. Before the 18th comes the next month. Okay. So I have to finish this spring violets. Yeah. And I probably will stick with it and finish it off. It, you know, it's what I should be working on so that I get it finished. And then Quaker Garden's going to have to sneak in there some. So we also want to remind you.
Yeah, we want to remind you about our stitch along that we're going to do. That is the 2Bs and ABCs by Rosewood Manor. You know, we saw the design already stitched up out at
Heart's Desire.
All I could think of was Wichita. So, you know, we know Debbie has at least one of those patterns. Yes.
And remember CC and Company.
CC and Company. She has those out there too, so be sure to order from her. But we will be starting that on May 8th.
Yes.
May 8th. So you want to make sure if you're gonna play along, you have all your stuff ready.
You know what? I was just thinking, because of what we're doing, let's hold off a week on this. So please don't reply on this one yet. We'll show it again next week, and we will let you respond for it then. Because we have something else we need to do. Right. I don't know if you guys saw, but when I held up Spring Violets, it already has the name Pam Lacey on it. Because at our stitching day, she said, when you are done with that one, I need it. And, you know, I adore Pam. So, of course. And Pam is she's who was in our Heart's Desire video. Yes. So, okay, the reason we're going to hold off is...
We have our stuff for our 1,000 subscriber giveaway.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and I think We're doing 2, is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. So shall we do this?
Yeah, that's pretty.
And maybe that with this?
Okay.
Okay. So we have some really cool things. We're going to do 2 gifts. And do not say gift, giveaway, free, contest.
No.
Don't say any of those words because you know those trolls are out there. And one of those trolls would get it and not one of you lovely people.
And sell it on eBay.
Yes. And then we would have to go on a rant about eBay again and,
Don't want to do that.
Yeah.
Do we want to make them answer a question?
We will, but let's show what we have first.
Okay.
And we'll think for a minute.
Okay.
The question that I keep hearing lately has been, what's your unicorn? What's the one thing that you want in your stash that you don't have? And I sit and think, I don't know, until you ask me, I could tell you all sorts of things I want, but not after that.
I would have no idea, because...
Yeah. So in this part of the drawing, we have talked a lot about different kinds of fabric. And so Marilyn had a couple of pieces of Tula. And she does not have any more Tula. So
no, she doesn't.
Please don't contact her for any.
No.
Because we'll be in trouble.
Yes.
So, but she had this piece, and it's Flapper.
Isn't that pretty?
This beautiful purple. And
it's so soft.
Oh, yeah. It is wonderful. And so Tula is 10 count, and it is really fun. And I was going to say something else about it. I can't think. It would be really cute for those Lizzie Kate designs because they come out adorable. I showed you Katie's on there. And then our friend Phyllis had the good fortune to get some beautiful flosses, and she has shared these with us. And in this one, we will give you meadow grass and high desert grass. These are oriental linen flosses. Now, look how gorgeous those are.
Aren't those pretty?
And they would really be pretty on here.
They would look gorgeous on there.
So that's gift number 1.
Are you ready for gift number 2? We got you what size is that?
This is an 1/8 of a yard.
1/8 of a yard of the brand new feldspar. So.
And we pulled them out of packages and looked at them.
So here's the piece.
Oh, it is wonderful.
It's really pretty. Really pretty. It's kind of a blue-gray with a creamy pink and a cream, and I mean just all sorts of colors through it, but it's just wonderful. And then we got Phyllis gave us this piece of Nefertiti.
And this one is, if you flip it over, this one is Wildflowers.
By the Karen Collection. What do you think of that? Isn't that pretty? Gonna look really good on this one too.
And we absolutely are just showing you these. We don't think that you have to use what we're showing. And then our friend Judy.
Oh, that's right. Judy gave us this. It's a little
pendant.
Yeah, I was trying to see if it said anything on it. Bamboo pendant, needlework blank by Redgate Stitchery. So, isn't that cute? So you put a little stitch in there and enjoy that as your, what am I trying to think? Like on a needle fob or something?
Yeah, a scissor fob.
Scissor fob. Needle fob, that'd be awful.
Yeah. And it does say that there are printable design grids. Ooh, that makes me wonder if there's one in there.
Oh.
Your turn, so you get to play, right? I'll pull it out for you, though, because I like to be helpful to you. So maybe not. It's just a card. Okay. Darn. Okay, but it does say that there are printable design grids available.
Mm-hmm. So there's a place that you can go, find one that would fit on this die, and print it out and use it then.
Now, what I'm thinking they're saying is that it's going to look just like this so that you can play and design your own.
Oh, okay.
See, we both thought the same thing first, and then it occurred to me that maybe they're just saying that. So we don't know. We haven't looked it up.
No. So those are the 2 packages.
Yes. So the first thing that you should do is say that you would like to be entered in number 1 or...
Not entered.
Not entered.
That's
no.
Be one of those lead words.
You should make a choice. Number 1.
Tula.
Yeah. You can just put Tula or linen. Or which one? Feldspar. Tula. It would be really funny if we did this. Flapper. Or feldspar. They're both F's.
Yeah. And what?
Oh, I put all mine in.
Oh, okay.
And then we need a question. I think that Nancy and I have made some really crazy bloopers and funny moments, and, you know, I would like to know what has been your favorite moment in a Flosstube video. And it could be our videos.
Okay.
Or it could be somebody else's videos.
Okay.
If you tell us somebody else's videos, you had better tell us which episode number and at what time, because we want to go watch them.
Yeah, we'll have to go see.
Because we just, yeah. And that's how I send Nancy information. Oh my gosh, you have to go look at this, and tell her exactly where it is. So, we had been planning something a little different for our 1K giveaway. And then these things just happened and fell in our lap with the things we've done the last couple of weekends.
Yeah.
And we didn't want to hang on to these any longer. And we don't want to wait any longer.
No. We're so thankful that you're out there that we want to get these to you as soon as we can.
So remember, you can say Tula or Flapper.
And feldspar.
Or linen.
Feldspar.
And it does look like the rock. So.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that is it, and we're really excited about this. It's fun to have things to give away and have people being able to see that and do that. So we like to share with you.
Yeah, very much so.
Do you have any more thoughts for the week?
I don't. I don't. So, I'm Nancy. She's Laura.
And she's Nancy. And we are the Addicted Sisters. Bye-bye.